So today we are covering Marasai. First showed up in Zeta Gundam, but the one you're seeing here is from Unicorn. As you can see, he has 1200 HP, 2 dashes, a beam rifle that isn't really a rifle, it's actually a mid-range. He also has his snare, which is called the Snake Snare, which can pretty much grab onto people and bring them towards you.
Sea Snake.
Stuns them. Or Snake, whatever. And then his other one is pretty much a... yeah, he stabs with his beam sword. Or should I say, he stabs with the end of his beam rifle. If you watch closely, he actually flips over his freaking rifle and stabs people with it. Like, this move does lunge you forward a bit, so be careful when using it. You have been warned, because there were times that move did hit the target, but I moved too far forward that I got caught off. And yeah, he has 8 shots. You can pretty much aim down sight. There's a snare to a stab. And then his G maneuver, his ulti, is pretty much a giant AoE stun. So yeah. This guy is pretty much a mid-range shooter, but you can technically snipe with him, though the farther the target, the less damage. His snare goes decently far. Just be careful, because people can dodge it. So mainly use the snare when you see somebody like unaware of you to get the enemies, especially if they're trying to run away and they're running in a straight line. Just grab them. 2 dashes. So yeah, he's pretty much balanced for speed wise. 1200 HP. Yeah, just so you know, just because he has 1200 HP doesn't mean he can tank a lot of damage. He can take some punishment, but you have to position yourself well with this mobile suit.
Okay, so he's a very, compared to other mobile suits, I think the one that you can really compare him to are the brawlers, because he's a very combo heavy based mobile suit. As you can see right there, like, he needs his abilities in order to kill somebody very effectively, at least. Typically with him, you really want to. So I was testing. At this point, I was testing out the range of his snare. So it went pretty far. Like, it went a lot further than I thought it was going to. But the only thing is, you have to remember how much range you have, because if the enemy is like a centimeter out of that range, you will not get them. Or if you hit an enemy, so the only thing that grabs is the end part of your of the snare, because if an enemy would go through the rope of it, they would not get snared, which I would say is a good balance, because if you just swung that around and you just grab someone, I feel like that would be kind of busted. A really easy combo that you can do with him is snare, stab, and then shoot them in the head, or just ult them and use your stab, your beam sword. Sorry, I'm pretty sure your beam sword also extends the stun of whichever they have. So I think that's pretty good. Yes. Yeah, see, you would have to hit a headshot, or you can shoot twice. Yeah, it just extends the stun. So you have a lot of time. You have a lot of time to kill somebody, and it gives you a lot of leniency with him. The only problem I would say is that even though he has 1200 health, don't expect him to survive in situations that a tank would.
Yeah, like I said, because most other tanks, they usually have like something like a shield and all that. He does not have a shield. Careful, because yeah, like, and honestly, like, you can do a poke battle with him. Just make sure you have cover. That can be said about any Moses, but like with this guy, he's he's somewhat of an off sniper, so yeah. Just gotta be careful. 1200 HP can still go down pretty fast, especially against some of the mobile suits, other kits.
He's not very. Oof, man. Well, honestly, okay, I did not play him very much. I think even during the whole playtest, he was the least played mobile suit out of everybody.
Yeah. I played him here and there, so I got some experience with him. Yeah, for him, yeah, you do have to land your combos, especially against people who have way more than like 1,000 life, because you need to bring them down as fast as possible. And then the other problem is sometimes your snap will hit the shield and it won't even like trigger.
Oh, yeah, I totally forgot about that. With him,
Yeah,
as you're seeing me do it right there, if you hit someone with your snare, you can dash back twice, and you'll extend and pull them way further than if you didn't dash back. Which also makes them ensnared for longer, and you also can hit them with your can also hit them with your beam blade. Also, with the snare is that they appear in front of you. So, like, if you are behind, oh, Jesus, am I just not moving? Are you if you're just behind a wall or something, and there's an enemy right there, you can hit them with your grapple. Hit them with your snare, and then you can dash back behind the wall and pull them to your enemies rather than just being them with your enemies. Like with him, you really have to try.
What he meant to say is pull hit them to your team.
Oh yeah, sorry,
enemies.
My bad. I'm getting my speaking's not the best right now.
But yeah,
But he really, literally, what you do with him, you just have to single someone out and try to as fast as you can to destroy that mobile suit and try to make it winnable for your team.
yeah. Just be careful. Like saying like after playing this and looking through the footage and all that, yes, he is not an easy mode to get into because it will take some time to get used to it.
Yeah,
Especially with the whole like the range of his snare. You also gotta get used to the beam, like his beam saber pushing you forward. Because yeah, he actually uses the momentum to push forward, and that can actually single you out.
I think even though he's being the least played out of everybody, if you learn how to use him correctly, I mean that can be for any mobile suit, but especially for him is if you use him correctly and learn how to use him, you can easily turn a 6v6 into a 6v5 because you can just single someone out.
Yeah. And yeah, remember he does have 2 dashes, so you can be slightly reckless with him if need be. Like dash in and then just go all in and then dash out when you need to. Yeah, and be careful with his freaking ulti. It does not go through walls, guys. Like I can't confirm it does not go through walls.
Yeah, right there, I overestimated how much 1200 health really was. Like that was a 1v3. I definitely should not have pushed right there. The one, like I said, he really excels at turning a bad situation into a good situation because you can have a 5v5. Let's say your team is down one member, 5v6. If you snare one of their smaller, more squishy people, like I said, grapple, you use your beam saber and then you shoot them in the head, they're instantly gonna be downed. The only drawback is that if you are targeted, it'll make you a very, very easy target.
Yeah. For Marasai or like for animals, it's fight with cover, but he's one of the mobusus that needs cover. It's just like, oh yeah, be careful. Also, be careful with the amount of ammo you're wasting and all that too, because once you start reloading, enemies can literally just rush you.
Yeah, man, I can't. Not just in this game. In this game, I think you have to actually. A lot of the mobile suits you have to manually reload, even if you're at 0.
Yeah,
It doesn't just if you once you hit 0, it doesn't automatically reload. You have to
it
press a
doesn't.
button.
Yeah, like most reload animations,
Quite a while.
you like yeah, it's a while, and if you do an action while the reload is happening, you have to reload again. Be careful.
I think overall, overall, like I said, Marasai he's pretty difficult to get the hang of. Just because all of his moves, hitboxes are just very small. Besides his ult, of course. But
Yeah,
he's probably one of the most. He can be one of the most busted mobile suits, or he's kind of like the assassin, quote unquote, because he can just be like, "Oh, you're out of line. Grab, stab, shoot." That's basically what you do: grab, stab, shoot, in any order.
yeah. Or if you have your ulti and you want to mess up the other team, make sure they're all within range.
Yeah, he's. Um, Overall, I thought he was actually when I was using him, he was pretty fun. Like I can definitely see the difficulty spike compared to him and the other mobile suits that are a little bit easier to get into. But he's fun, I would say. Kind of bashing on him, but he's a strong mobile suit. Don't get me wrong. It's just
Yeah, good mobile suit. Just the skill ceiling for him is a little high.
very very high.
But yeah.
Oh god, I'm getting destroyed right there. Okay. But I would, yeah. Overall, like we keep saying, overall, really good mobile suit. His health is really good for where he's at. He's probably one of the ones that don't need to be changed super like a lot. It just needs little tweaks here and there. Like maybe his snare gets a little longer or anything. But overall, pretty good. All right, well, we'll see you in the next one.